What's up everybody, VB here, and welcome to the Wild Wild West. Now there might not be any Will Smith or giant mechanical spiders, but there's still plenty of corsets, and top hats, so you know, silver linings. If you hadn't have guessed already, I'm posting up some Buried gameplay. Now Buried is the new zombie map included alongside 4 new multiplayer maps, which is part of the Vengeance DLC for Black Ops 2. Now recently I've started to jump back into zombies, and also when my friends are online we tend to play a lot more zombies now than what we do the general multiplayer. I think the multiplayer's just got, what's the word I'm looking for? Boring. That will be it. And it's quite interesting to look at the zombie maps and see how they've evolved and changed compared to the original maps that we had for Black Ops 1. Now, those maps being, Kino de Toten, Ascension 5, to think of a few off the top of my head, you know, they were pretty easy going. Yeah, you had the Easter egg to do, it got complicated, but general layout wise, after a while, you sort of knew what you were doing, where you were going, what you're looking out for, things like that. And then along comes Transit, and I jumped back into it a couple of weeks ago just to see, you know, what it was like, because I completely forgot, I haven't played it in ages. First thing I thought, open the bus station doors, why the fuck is there lava everywhere? Next up was Die Rise. I mean, if it wasn't bad enough trying to negotiate lava without burning our asses off, next thing you know, we're upside down in a friggin' skyscraper, and it's like, why is everything so complicated now? And it was kind of this idea that they've overcomplicated things that really took the fun out of it. Now I can understand things can't be straightforward because obviously Richtofen has gone and devastated the earth. You know Richtofen. Stabbing Richtofen. Apologise for any eardrums that might have burst on that one. But still, it was kind of the idea that you had to think about where you were going, which really kind of took some of the fun out of it. Granted, that sounds really stupid saying that, because why would you run blindly into a horde of zombies without thinking what you were doing? But I hope you kind of understand what I'm saying here. You know, you can't just sort of go from A to B, you have to go to A, jump C over D, and then bypass Y to get to B. Then along came Mob of the Dead, and it was just such a relief to go back to our regularly scheduled program, you know what I mean? Yeah, the power and the ghosty thing was a little bit complicated, the whole afterlife shenanigans, but once you'd done that, it was easy to negotiate. You could just, you know, just jump in, and you didn't have to worry about jumping through a hoop to open a door. After that brief history lesson, that brings us up to date to our new zombie map Buried, which is set in resolution 1295, as opposed to 1080p. This chapter of the zombie saga takes place in a Wild West town, which, as you can probably guess from the title of the map itself, has been buried underground. Now the map is much more in the style of Die Rise and Transit. It's a little bit complicated, but the good thing is there isn't as many obstacles to try and negotiate. Yeah, you might have to do a little bit of roof jumping, but it's not that bad. Now, I've played through the map a couple of times with my friends, I've also played it a lot by myself, and there's a couple of things I want to talk about in this video, things that really tickled my fancy, if you will. The biggest thing, quite literally, would be the guy in the cage. Now, some people have called him Simple Jack, other people have called him Leroy. Myself, I call him Sloth. I mean, he's a giant that looks a little bit derpy, you give him sweets, and he's your best friend. How the hell can you not make a Goonies reference on that? Like I was saying, you can give him sweets and he'll fight alongside you. You can give him booze as well and he'll charge around the map and smash down certain barriers. But that's not all there is to him. There's a lot more things he can do, and in fact I was pretty damn surprised when I watched a couple of videos, because I thought he opened all the barriers and that was about it, so he'd just wander around and stretch his legs. The other major character slash feature of this map would be Lucy, who's the crazy ghost broad that floats around the house, which is totally OP'd as hell. Because what happens is if you wander through the house to get to the Pack-a-Punch, if she taps you on the shoulder, you lose at least 2,000 points, if not half. It is ridiculous how quickly your points can go if you're not paying attention. But the good thing is, if you do kill all the ghosts, which I don't understand how that happens with bullets, but anyway, if you do kill all the ghosts, you do get a free perk out of it, which isn't so bad. New maps mean new weapons, and there's 3 new weapons and also 1 fancy little trinket. You've got the Ray Gun Mark II, which has also been integrated into the earlier maps as well, like Mob of the Dead, Die Rise, things like that. And it absolutely wrecks face. It is crazy how effective it is. You know, you get a line of zombies, they all just fall over. Just fall over. I can't say anything more than that. It is crazy. There's also the Paralyzer, which when it becomes upgraded becomes the Petrifier. Now it comes with unlimited ammo, but there is a hefty cooldown if it overheats. But the good thing about the Petrifier is it allows you to fly. That's it. You should be shouting at a box saying shut up and take my zombie points. The last new weapon that I know of is the Remington Revolver, which unfortunately I've not had the chance to Pack-a-Punch, but I hope I do, and I really do hope it becomes dual wield, because the thing is powerful as anything, and also the sound it makes when you fire it is enough to make the heavens cry in pleasure. Oh, such a good sound, so satisfying. Like I say, there is a new trinket, the Time Bomb, which I don't fully understand, and I don't think I ever will. Time paradoxes and all that. There's also a new perk, Full Trade, which is Scavenger, which is pretty badass, and much like the Ghost Lady, is pretty OP'd for this map too. At the end of the day though, it's still a new map and there's a lot more to learn about it. Myself, I'm trying to figure out the pace. You know, it's all very well turning on the power in round 1, but then when do you make a move to go to the box? When do you make a move to go towards Pack-a-Punch? You know, you don't want to hang about too long or you'll just get slapped silly by a zombie. Also, there's a lot more to learn about elements of the map. For instance, the Easter egg, which everyone will try and solve soon. It's pretty complex. There's various parts that I can assemble, but I have no idea what order I'm supposed to be doing stuff in. You know, I can find the guillotine, which is part of Richtofen's side. I can find the antenna, which is the start of the Easter egg. Also, there's the weird glowing boars, which Richtofen seems especially fond of. But, I don't know, it is complex, but then again, the Easter egg was never easy. Also, the big guy in the cell, a lot more to him. Like I said, he can knock down barriers and he can fight alongside, but apparently he can assemble equipment on the workbenches, if you give him sweets, I believe, anyway. Also, you can knife him to speed him up, and apparently what I watched recently is he'll actually smack the mystery box and lock it in place. I have no idea what's going on with that. The other thing I'm trying to figure out is the weird mysterious green glowing stuff, like perma-perk things, I believe it's called. Like, I'm just getting them left, right and centre, and I'm just sat there going, what, why, what, when? So overall, a pretty damn good map. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but it's not overly complicated, so it's still fun to play. Anyway, guys, gills and oysters that are undecided, I'm going to wrap this video up. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary. Don't forget to write a comment, drop a like, save to your fave, share, all that jazz. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the zombies map as much as I am, if you have got them. And I shall see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.